everyone. Welcome to Inside the Nest, our homesteading-inspired podcast where we share some of our adventures to hopefully inspire some of your own adventures. I'm Jess from our Wren's Nest, and today we're actually taking a little break from the farm and taking a walk down memory lane with a sweet touch. Recently, we had the opportunity to visit Sweetie's Candy Store in our hometown of Cleveland, Ohio. My mom, husband, and I all hopped in the car to explore this well-known candy store. We could not believe the amount of candy that met us when we entered the doors of Sweetie's Candy Store. There were amazing treats as far as the eye can see. Some treats we've seen before and some we haven't. We had an absolute blast exploring. While we were there, we picked up some really great treats. Obviously, we're at the candy store. We had to bring some treats home. And some of these treats that we picked up were from our childhood. So today I thought it would be fun to share with all of you 10 of our favorite childhood candy treats, and hopefully we can jog some memories for all of you. Now, just to note, Eric and I are kids of the 80s and early 90s, so a lot of our treats are kind of from that time frame-ish. Our first treat is Rolos. Eric and I both have memories of eating Rolos as a kid. Rolos actually were noted to be first released in 1937, which I thought was really interesting. Those lovely little chocolate caramel treats that to me look like lampshades and come in that really cool roll shape. I have a distinct memory of eating Rolos in the backseat of my grandfather's car, and ever since then, I've always thought of Grandpa when I picked up a roll of Rolos. Our next treat is a treat that you can find basically everywhere, but every time we enjoy them, it takes us back to being kids, and that's M&Ms. For anybody that knows me, M&Ms are my guilty pleasure. I always make sure to have M&Ms around here and just have a few when I want a sweet treat. I also really like all the different flavors of M&Ms that they have out there. And one favorite that I have, which some people are like, oh, that's weird, but I really like mint M&Ms. And when I see them during the holidays, I make sure to stock up on them. I had them when I was a kid, and then I couldn't find them for a really long time. And when they started to bring them back, I had to grab some. So M&Ms are a definite favorite here at our house. Next up, we have a treat that is a favorite of my husband's because of the memories that it brings him. The Target candy cigarettes. Yes, those chalky treats. He absolutely loves them. His grandfather used to keep them in his shirt pocket and give them to Eric to enjoy. So anytime he gets a chance to buy a packet of those, he does. Next up, we have Tootsie Rolls. You can't talk about vintage candies or candies from your childhood without talking about Tootsie Rolls. I feel like Tootsie Rolls were in every birthday gift bag that we got and in every Halloween treat bucket. Those little Tootsie Rolls are still super tasty to this day. This next treat brings me back to middle school, and that's Warheads. Warheads were first introduced in 1975, but they became really, really popular around 1999. I remember the tests with my friends of who can keep the Warheads in their mouth the longest, and can you get past that sour coating that's on the outside, and my mouth is puckering just thinking about them. And how some flavors were a little bit more mild, but the lemon one, that was so sour. The next candy is an iconic candy, and it's Lifesavers. Although you can still get Lifesavers today, there is something so incredibly nostalgic about those rolls of Lifesavers. Being able to open the end of the roll and enjoy a Lifesaver at a time, and you don't know which flavor you're going to get because, you're just peeling it off the edge of the roll. Am I the only one that misses the Lifesaver holes? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that wants those back, but I kind of really like those, and I love the little container that they came in. The next treat goes pop, 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 and that's Pop Rocks. Pop Rocks were invented in 1956, and Everybody remembers their first time trying Pop Rocks and feeling that popping sensation in your mouth. I remember picking up Pop Rocks with my mom and her letting me try them for the first time, and just that feeling in your mouth, and you can hear it in your ears, and that fruity taste. Oh, Pop Rocks, they're super fun. We can't talk about nostalgic childhood candy without talking about fruit stripe gum. Oh, the iconic fruit stripe gum. I bet you right now that you can smell it as I'm talking about it. Such pretty packaging, and the gum has those waves of color on the outside. They really captured childhood in those colors on those strips of gum. Although the flavor didn't last as long as we wanted, anytime you enjoy this gum, it really takes you back. We only have 2 candies left on our list here, and our next candy is such an iconic 80s candy, and it's Nerds. Nerds were invented in 1983, and these little fruity candies have been a favorite for kids for many years. I always thought it was so cool because in the packaging, you got 2 flavors for the price of 1. It was like getting 2 different candies together. I always thought that was pretty cool. I remember when I first was able to go into our local convenience store and I could pick out 1 candy, and I thought I was so cool because I was getting the Nerds and I was getting a 2-for-1 deal with those Nerds. Our last candy on the list is Gobstoppers. I have always loved the original Willy Wonka movie, and I've kind of always wanted to visit a place like that. And Gobstoppers just always take me back to that movie, and I was always amazed at how the colors changed on the candies as you were enjoying them. I just feel like every time I had one, I was in Willy Wonka's shop. Hopefully you've enjoyed this trip down candy memory lane, and these are just a few of our favorites. There's so many candies out there that take us back to being kids. Eric and I oftentimes joke that we would love to go back to those days of just simple candy and simpler times. We are very much kids at heart, and I think that is so important. Enjoy life, have fun, go visit the candy store. Hopefully we've given you some inspiration to have a nostalgic adventure of your own. What is your favorite candy? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to our podcast. We love sharing with all of you. Until next time, thank you so very much for listening.